Welcome back to Primetime News. Thanks for staying with us. The 4 men convicted in the 2011 shooting and beheading of a woman and her daughter in Lauriston, St. Catherine were sentenced to life in prison. The sentences were handed down this afternoon by presiding Judge Vivian Harris. Now, TVJ's Vashon Brown was in court today and now joins us live with an update. Vashon, tell us what happened.
Thank you so much, Herman. Well, you may recall that Kemar Riley was convicted on November 26 for the murder of Charmaine Kovaratri and her daughter, Joeth Lynch, who was a 6th form student at the Queen's School in St. Andrew. Well, he was sentenced to life in prison and will have to serve 52 years before becoming eligible for parole. The judge said she considered mitigating factors like the time already served in custody and the fact that he's had no previous convictions. She also took into consideration aggravating factors like his role in the crime. Now, during the trial, it was revealed that he shot Joeth Lynch twice. Now, 3 of the men had entered guilty pleas. 2 of them, Adrian Campbell and Fabian Smith, will have to serve 44 years before becoming eligible for parole. The 3rd man, Roshane Golson, will have to serve 46 years before becoming eligible for parole.
We have our great duty to put forward the best evidence and to make sure that the process is fair to the accused. However, what I would be concerned with, having heard what the relative of the deceased had to say in the victim impact statement, is what that relative would be thinking about the process and the integrity of the process. How did the administration of justice perform? Because this is important. We, the stakeholders, the judges, the prosecutors, the defense counsel, the police, we serve the public. So it is important to know, for example, what does the victim's relative think? And what that person indicated to me just before I left the court, that there was satisfaction with the sentence delivered and the entire process.
Now, Fabian Smith's attorney read an apology letter to the court in which Smith said he wanted to apologize for his role in the crime, adding that he takes full responsibility for the actions. Also, at the start of the hearing, the Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, told the court that the men knew they were guilty and it took them roughly 7 years to enter guilty pleas. And the judge said she took in consideration the fact that the men had entered guilty pleas. Now, Ms. Llewellyn commended the work of the police.
We thought, certainly at the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, that the quality of the investigation in a scenario where in this close community persons were so tight-lipped and did not really wish to go on record at all to assist the police. But nonetheless, using intelligence, using their emotional intelligence, using their skills, the police performance in this case in terms of the quality of the investigation was excellent.
Now, a quick recap of that incident. On the night of July 19, 2011, 40-year-old Charmaine Kovaratri and her 18-year-old daughter, Joeth Lynch, were brutally murdered. Men armed with guns and machetes kicked off the front and back doors and entered their home. They were in their beds when they were chopped and shot several times. They were accused of being informers. Now, both the judge and the Director of Public Prosecution said this was one of the worst crimes they'd ever seen. The court also heard a victim impact statement, which you would have heard the Director of Public Prosecutions mention a bit earlier, where a family member reported that since the incident, other relatives were forced to relocate to other parts of the country due to death threats issued to them via Facebook. Herman, back to you.
All right, thank you, Vashon. Great work there.